race car. So guys, today you join me from the driver's seat of a Mark II Golf. Now, I'd be lying to you if I said that this wasn't modified at all. In fact, it's the most modified car I've ever driven. Now, this is John's car. He completely built this car from the ground up in his shed. He basically took an MX5 that was turbocharged. He took the engine out, decided he wanted to do something a little bit different, so he found the Mark II Golf shell and made it happen. So it's running the 1.6 litre MX5 engine up front. Yes, a Mazda engine in a Volkswagen. The turbocharger is a KO3 from a Audi, strapped to the side of the Mazda engine. It has a custom prop shaft going from the front to the back, and of course it's rear wheel drive, which, let's be honest, is insane. A Mark II Golf with an MX5 turbocharged engine that's rear wheel drive. And hats off to him at the end of the day, to build something like this all by yourself. Apart from the wiring, of course, you know, wiring in my opinion is a hard thing, so he had to get one of his friends in to help him a little bit with the wiring. But other than that, this is home built, it's a home brew. John went out there and made this car happen in his shed, which is insane. The rear diff is out of a 1.8 litre MX5. It's actually an LSD, it's not a welded diff, so it performs really well from the back end. Fantastic hydraulic handbrake sat there right next to the steering wheel. So as ever, we're going to find a cheeky B-road and see what this car is all about, because let's be honest, I'm excited. I think you guys are excited as well, because I reckon this is going to be bloody awesome. So, second gear pull. Bloody hell. It's just madness. Utter madness. You get a little squirrel from the back end. It's a weird sensation, let's be honest. You're in a Mark II Golf with no interior, there's no dash, there's no door cards, there's nothing in here. You're sat in these Monaco-esque bucket seats, little dish steering wheel. And a MX5 turbocharged engine up front with the squirreling coming from the back. The back of the car is squirreling. That's what my mind can't quite keep up with, is the fact that there is rear drive in this. It is rear wheel drive. So as home brews go, let's be honest, I think this is the best one I've ever set my eyes on. The fact that John thought that this was a good idea to start with is epic in my books. Now, John does have a long line of awesome builds that he's done. Really, really unbelievable work that he does, all for his own pleasure, all for his own self-gain, and I love that. It's not to, you know, show off, it's not to please anybody else but himself. I love the madness, that's what it is. I love the madness of this car being a possibility in your head is just crazy to me. So guys, here we are, let's have a quick look round this Mark II Golf. I will say first off, sorry about the wind noise if there is any. We're in a bit of a location where there's wind, you know what I mean. But let's have a quick look round. Now, the whole bodywork has been done by John himself. He's got metal arches extended going all round the car, so a proper job by him there. Very, very good stuff. The paintwork as well has been done by John in his fantastic green colour. Coming round with the extended arches, he wanted to put bigger rubber and bigger tyres on the car, so he opted for the Rota grid drifts. Brings the car right out, which is quite nice. Gives it a thicker sort of stance, which is good, and obviously improves the handling and the way it sort of goes sideways. The front windows are polycarbonate, so they're actually plastic windows with this little McDonald's hatch in there. I don't think you're going to get many large meals through there, so small meals only in this car. And coming around the back, you have a polycarbonate window on the back. The rear two are still glass, and so is the windscreen. At the back here, you can't see the 1.8 litre LSD from a Mazda MX5 underneath. The prop shaft that's been custom made for the bottom of the car from the engine to the back, so it's still rear wheel drive, which is fantastic. Coming inside, you've got, well, basically no interior. It's been completely stripped out by John. Very, very good work though. All of the sort of edges on the doors have been properly cut, and nice little drawstring for the door handle there. Drift dished OMP steering wheel, and you've got this instrument panel that he's made up. Obviously boost gauge, you've got all of this to do with, you know, lights, indicators, speed and stuff like that. And then you've got a big rev counter just over there. In the centre you've got that fantastic looking hydraulic handbrake, and you've obviously got the gear select and a separate parking brake as well. And it also has a safety devices roll cage going all the way through the car, including door bars all the way across the front, one up the top there and the cross at the back. Also, he's sort of designed this car for, you know, off-road events as well. So the petrol tank is actually sat in the back there along with the battery. Very good idea. So obviously he can use this at off-road events. And coming under the engine bay, this is the part that threw me first off when I saw this car. The fact that there's a Mazda engine sat in this Mark II Golf really threw me when I first looked at it, and I had to see what it was all about. John himself again has done all of the work, even custom intercooler piping going around there for the intercooler on the front, taking the 1.6 litre engine from a Mazda MX5 and sticking the TD03 turbocharger on it just down there. Awesome job by him though, honestly. The fact that this was a good idea in his head still baffles me. It's unbelievable, the work, the time, the effort that's been put in just to put this engine in this car. So all in all, unbelievable build. So what are my thoughts overall on this car? Well, what an unbelievable build. It drives like it's been built properly. That's the thing, it drives fantastic. Anybody could drive this if they wanted to. Obviously you've got to get past the roll cage on the way in, but honestly it's civilised if I'm honest. The clutch is really nice, the accelerator's good, the driving position's fantastic, and the fact that you've got a cheeky hydraulic handbrake to grab every possible moment you want to go around a corner sideways. The grip though, that's where it is. The grip is so strong on this car. It's just built so well. It really is. It's genuinely built so good. Hats off to John, honestly. He knows how to build a bloody cool car. Now of course, because we're on the road, I'm not really allowed to go sideways in this thing. It's a shame really, because I'd love to see how good it is to drift. It would make a fantastic little drift car, and obviously on the road you got to stick to what you should be doing rather than grabbing the hydro and hoping for the best.